Keir Starmer has done what no prime minister in recent memory dared, and in doing so, he may have crossed a line that shakes the foundations of British democracy. Dragged into court under a storm of public outrage, Starmer stands accused of orchestrating what critics call a ruthless, calculated power grab disguised as reform. What was marketed as a bold push for devolution has exploded into one of the biggest political scandals in modern UK history. A scandal now fast-tracked through the legal system due to the sheer scale of public backlash. At the heart of the controversy is a chilling accusation that Starmer used the full machinery of government not to empower voters, but to silence them. The so-called Devolution Bill was sold as a plan to hand control back to local communities, but buried in the fine print was a very different agenda. What it actually delivered was sweeping centralization, the dismantling of councils, and the quiet installation of loyal Labour operatives across newly formed regional authorities. The timing wasn't accidental. The bill passed just after Reform UK shook the political establishment in the 2025 local elections, taking councils, shocking both Labour and the Tories, and proving they were no longer a fringe movement. Starmer's response? Strip their power, cancel elections, block candidates using vague, last-minute vetting rules. In Reform UK, strongholds like Lincolnshire, Kent and Staffordshire, the democratic process was effectively frozen, while Labour areas remained untouched. Reform UK raised the alarm. Their candidates were suddenly disqualified on arbitrary grounds. Elections were delayed. Public anger boiled over. Protests erupted in towns across the Midlands and the North. Civil liberties groups, legal experts, and independent councillors joined the fight. A massive legal challenge was launched against Starmer himself, accusing his government of abusing electoral law and using state power to crush opposition. And then came the leaks. Internal Labour documents revealed deliberate targeting of Reform UK strongholds, boundaries redrawn, candidates disqualified, laws written with the express purpose of stopping one party's rise. Whistleblowers from inside the civil service exposed Downing Street memos calling for active management of areas where non-mainstream parties were gaining ground, bureaucratic code for shut them down. The most explosive moment came when a 62-year-old man in the Midlands filmed himself spoiling his ballot after discovering Reform UK was removed from the ballot paper. He was arrested under new public order laws linked to the Devolution Act. His phone seized, but the footage went viral. He became a symbol. The grandfather arrested for questioning a rigged system. And this wasn't a one-off. Reports flooded in of activists being fined, detained, and even barred from standing for office for criticising the electoral process. Labour defended it all, in the name of protecting democracy. But the public wasn't buying it. Memos proved the laws were crafted not for protection, but for political suppression. Even Labour's own base began to fracture. Backbenchers from Merseyside and South Wales broke ranks, denouncing the abuse of power. One called the party's internal mood a controlled implosion. A petition to repeal the Devolution Act passed 1 million signatures in days. Leaked texts from Labour HQ showed panic setting in. If the court rules against us, we're finished, read one. With court proceedings imminent, even Angela Rayner began to distance herself. Cabinet divisions widened. Leadership hopefuls quietly prepared to take over. Starmer's once polished image was unraveling. Every leaked email, every protest chant, every awkward press conference driving the point home. This is not what democracy looks like. And then, all eyes turned to the royal courts of justice. The nation held its breath. What started as a political strategy had become a full-blown constitutional crisis, a reckoning, a test of whether power in Britain still answers to the people, or whether it can be manipulated, rewritten, and wielded like a weapon. If you value democracy, and if you want more fearless breakdowns like this one, hit like, subscribe to British Focus, and turn on the bell for real updates the mainstream won't show you. Thanks for watching. We'll be tracking this all the way to the verdict and beyond.